What up everyone, it's your boy Xmanny87 here, bringing you another Marvel Legends video, and what I have for you today is the Marvel Legends Retro Spider-Man 90s animated series Spider Armor Mark 1 action figure review. Before I get into everything, if you could please leave a thumbs up, like rating on the video, it'll help show your support for my channel and I greatly appreciate it. Now with that said, let's go! My most wanted Spider-Man costume is in my hands now, and I can't be more excited. Alright, so real quick info, this armor first appeared in Web of Spider-Man issue number 100, and is the only appearance since. To take on the new Enforcers, Peter Parker developed this armor in ESU based off a pseudo-metallic compound. The weight of the armor hindered his agility a bit, but granted him to be bulletproof. The suit would later be destroyed, being melted with acid. Also note, he faced off against Dragon Man in this issue. Marvel Legends Dragon Man confirmed. Just kidding, but I really want a Dragon Man. Interestingly to note, this suit is not based off the comic nor animated series, but rather the Gamerverse version. Key differences to point out is the texturing on the suit, the black islands, the gaps in between the armored plating where more texturing is exposed, and the boots were fully armored, as you can see on the image I'm providing here, shows the feet being completely armored with rigid soles on the bottom. And that's just to point out a few differences. We'll take a closer look throughout as we view the figure together. Gotta say, I'm surprised they snuck in a Gamerverse into the retro line. I thought the retro line was just strictly comic and animated series based. I'm curious as to why they didn't tag this as a Gamerverse in Gamerverse packaging. Only thing I can think of is that this armored version was probably meant to be in a Gamerverse wave or whatever, and since the armor was originally a part of the 90s vintage Toy Biz line, maybe they decided it would fit in because of that. Don't have the real answer, just pure speculation on my part. Still, can't complain. I'm just happy to finally have this armor in figure form. Spoiler alert, it's way better than the Toy Biz one. Anyways, enough talking, let's get it. As we take a close look at this head sculpt, my god, this thing is beautiful. I've seen some people complain that it's a little too big on him. No, it's not. It's totally fine. The helmet is a little round, but that's because it's in line to match with his classic costume. I think it's well proportionate, and I really like the cobwebbing sculpt we get here. It's really good looking. You get the eyes painted in black, makes the, helmet pop up more. And you get some texture on the back, some more armored lining right there at the top of the neck, and you get a lot of texturing on the suit, and that's one of my favorite things about the visuals of this figure. It just looks so damn good. And look at that metallic silver paint that Hasbro does so well. It's so beautiful. You even get texturing inside the spider logo. So how cool is that? Again, they did a phenomenal job here. And you're going to see a lot of texturing throughout. Again, this is the Gamerverse, because if it was comic-based, there would be no texturing whatsoever. It'd just be totally smoothed out. Really like the shape of the armor on the chest, even the abdomen area, the shoulders with the cobwebbing. All of it just looks so good. The triceps are covered in the armor, but not his biceps. And you can see right here for the gauntlets, man, they look so good. And you see the separation in between the plating, and you get more texture. It's just beautiful, man. Wow. Look at the web shooter right there. I love that close attention to detail. The hands, get armored plating on top of the hands and on the knuckles. Oh, wow. This is, what this is giving me vibes of? The Miles Morales that they did last year. It's just that same kind of treatment. Look at this, man. We're finally getting great Spider-Man figures. So it's like done with the days of the overplayed, milked out pizza Spidey mold, man. They're actually giving us new Spider-Man body molds, and I appreciate that so much. But yeah, this is giving me vibes of this. They put so much effort into the Gamerverse figures. But wow. Yeah, this Miles Morales was probably my favorite 6-inch Marvel Legends figure last year. And man, the way they followed up with that, with this Gamerverse figure, just freaking amazing. Look at the back. Look at the spider logo here. It's sculpted nicely. You know, the paint on mine is just, you know, a little off. It's kind of scratched, but that's not, you know, the paint job's fault. That's definitely a manufacturer error right there. It's just, I don't know, it looks like it got scraped against something. So that's a bummer. I'll definitely get an extra one though, because I do intend to display this one with my Gamerverse, but I want another one to go with my primary Spider-Verse shelf. So this all looks good, man. It's just so beautiful. I'm gonna cry. No, I'm just kidding. And you get seams coming down on the legs, across the thighs. You know, I forgot to point out, you even get that at the biceps there too. And right here on the rim of the armored plating. Oh, wow. Yeah, the back is just freaking amazing. This silver just pops. Look at the knee pads. And, you know, the shin guards. You get the separation right there between the armored plating. And it's so good. I may sound like a broken record. You're going to hear me say that a lot, but it's just so damn good to look at. And then these are the feet right here, armored plating on top of the feet, texturing, you know, and you got some nice bottom soles right there. So yeah, that is our armored Spider-Man. Now for accessories, you get 2 closed fists as default hands, and you get 2 whipping hands, and you can see the same rings around his fingers. No wall crawling hands, unfortunately, which always sucks when a Spider-Man figure doesn't have one. Then lastly, you get 2 new webbing effects. So you get a small web splat and a larger web splat. And this is really cool. I like that they're putting in more effort in creating new web effects for Spider-Man in the line, because we did get a good one with a few Gamerverse figures in the past, as you saw this webbed wrapped torso that came with the Velocity suit, I want to say. Or the other armored one, and there was one that covers the face. But yeah, this is really nice to just, you know, decorate on the background, leave it on the floor, or if you want to play it off where he web traps an enemy's hand against a wall or something. I don't know, I'm just grabbing this palette for example, pretending it's a wall. Yeah, you could do that, you know, use your imagination. And just in case you wanted to recreate that scene where his armor catches on fire in the Web of Spider-Man issue 100, then you can just give him the Johnny Storm treatment and give him the flame back piece and some of the twirly flames and wrap it around his arms and legs. So yeah, this looks really, really cool. I had to do this in one of my photos, so you'll see that at the end of the video. Now, to cover articulation with our armored Spider-Man, his head moves about that far up. It is on a ball joint, a very thick one I might add too. So yeah, you can see that. At first glance, it looks like it doesn't move up much. But since it's on a thick ball joint, you could keep, you know, pulling it up and it does look higher. Also kind of helps too if you keep pushing it back. Again, look, and not too bad looking right there, so it does work. And as you can see, the head is still attached to the ball joint, so it's not resting on there. And his head moves that far down. Left-right movement, it does tilt side to side very nicely and rocks around. His arms move up that high, so you can get a full T-pose. It moves down. You can move it all around. You got the shoulder swivel, bicep swivel, double jointed pinless elbows. Great range there. Wrist swivel and a wrist hinge. You got an ab crunch that moves that far forward. So good. And that far back. I like that. And you got the waist swivel. His legs spread out that far. And you got his legs that kick up that high. That far back. And it does rock around. Thigh swivel. Double jointed knees and heel to the freaking armored butt. Hell yeah. And you got the ankles that move up that far, down that low, and you got all around ankle rockers. Not a lot for comparisons, but let's kick things off with some Gamerverse Spider-Man figures. Here we have the Spider Armor Mark 1 next to the Spider-Man PS4 Velocity and the Mark 3 suit, I believe. You can see that the height is a little consistent. The Velocity suit is a tad bit taller. Here he is next to the PS4 Advanced suit and Miles Morales. He should be taller than Miles. The Advanced suit is taller as that's based on a comic body. Oh, by the way, this is a retro Spider-Man head I have on the Advanced suit body. I feel like that matches more of the game's head shape. Here he is next to Eel as he's one of the villains he went up against in this armor. And lastly, here he is next to Shocker. Shocker review is on deck. Alright, and now to wrap things up, my final rating is a 9.5 out of 10. Only reason I didn't give it a perfect score was because he's missing wall crawling hands. That's it. You can make the argument that he didn't use his wall crawling abilities in that Web of Spider-Man issue 100, but technically this is a gamerverse. In the game, you wall crawl as many times as you please. No matter the case, we all want wall crawling hands for all our Spidey figures. To be honest, I'm not even that mad about it. This figure is too damn good looking. I'm extremely happy with the way it came out. I'm in love with the metallic silver paint that Hasbro uses. We've seen it on the Silver Surfer, Classic Colossus and such. It's just visually pleasing how the black texturing accentuates the silver. The articulation has great maneuvering and the accessories are acceptable, giving us extra hands along with 2 new web effects in the line. It's magnificently sculpted all around and I'm happy to be getting newer Spider-Man body molds lately. It was a much needed switch up from all those Pizza Spidey repaints. Bottom line, grab this guy. He might be my favorite Spider-Man out this wave. We've had Ben Reilly's and Symbiote Spider-Mans before, but not this. And I'm not counting that horrible Toy Biz one as it was just a gimmick toy. A while ago, I did a video of my top 10 most wanted Spider-Man costumes for Marvel Legends. A video I had in the works for a while as it kept changing, but this Spider-Man was originally my number 1 until Hasbro officially revealed it. Then the list had to change, but that same excitement I had of wishing for this figure, I now feel it in my hands. I can't see this figure not making one of my top 10s this year. A job well done, Hasbro. Thank you for making my wish come true from a true Legends fan. Now I kick it back to you. What do you think of this armored Mark 1 Spider-Man? Are you happy they went the Gamerverse route, or did you prefer the comic? Any other Spider-Man armors you'd like to see next in Legends? So many to choose from. Comment below, let me know, we'll chat about it. That was my review. Please follow me on Instagram if you haven't already. Link is in the description below. Hit the notification bell so you always know when my latest videos are up. Share and subscribe if you're new. Enjoy the pics at the end of the video. See you on the next review. Peace, peace.